Thomas and Friends, the online series. Series 2, Episode 1, Thomas's Busy Day. It was a bright and sunny morning on the island of Sodor, and all of the vehicles were hard at work. Meanwhile, over at Tidmouth Sheds, the steam team were getting ready to start their jobs for the day. Thomas was especially excited about doing his job for the day because I'm going to be travelling around the world again. Really, Thomas? That sounds like lots of fun, said Percy. It sure will be, Percy, said Thomas. I've always wanted to travel around the world too, you know, said Emily. You should do it one day, Emily, said Thomas. It's fun. Just then, Sir Topham Hatt rolled up in his car. Now, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. Before you travel around the world, you're going to have to do a job. Sure, sir, said Thomas. What's the job? Well, I need you to deliver some stone from the Blue Mountain Quarry up to Ulfstead Castle, please. You can count on me, sir, Thomas replied as he puffed out of Tidmouth Sheds. He waited for Trevor to escort him to the Blue Mountain Quarry. Shortly after, Trevor came pulling his wagon. Thomas was loaded onto Trevor's wagon, and then Trevor blew his whistle and he set off. It was a bit slow getting to the Blue Mountain Quarry, but they eventually got there. Whoa, please be careful, Trevor, said Thomas nervously. I'm going to fall off this wagon if you keep shaking it and there's no straps. Oh, it's all right, Thomas, said Trevor happily. You're at the Blue Mountain Quarry now, so good luck with doing your job. So Thomas went onto the turntable, reversed backwards over to the incline. Hello, Owen, said Thomas cheerfully. Is that stone ready for me yet? Hello, Thomas, said Owen. Yes, it is. We're just getting it ready for you now. Nearly there, Thomas, said Peter Sam. I'll just push it down now. Peter Sam says it's ready now, said Owen. So the stone was pushed down the incline. Thomas was coupled up to the stone. He blew his whistle and then he set off. Oh, but the gate was a bit tight. Thomas, said Scarlowy. Would you like me to remove that gate for you? No, thank you, Scarlowy, said Thomas, and eventually he was able to pass through the gates. Oh, marvellous job, Thomas, said Mr. Percival. Good luck with delivering that stone to the Blue Mountain Quarry. Thank you, Mr. Percival, said Thomas, and he continued his journey. Thomas puffed onto the turntable, where he had to be uncoupled again in order to be taken up to Ulfstead Castle. Then Trevor took Thomas up to Ulfstead Castle. It was a while, but he got there eventually. Thomas was unloaded, and his truck of stone came along, which was also delivered. Thomas felt as happy as could be, and he went back to Tidmouth Sheds. Thomas reversed happily into his berth, where the other engines were waiting to see him. Oh gosh, said Thomas. Thomas the Tank Engine, said the Fat Controller. I am very proud of you today. Now you can go to Brendam Docks and collect that ship for your first country you're visiting." "Oh, thank you, sir," puffed Thomas happily, and he puffed out of Tidmouth Sheds. Now, what will the first country Thomas be visiting? Well, we'll just have to find out in the next episode.